What is going on? Justin here from Bonafide Fishing, and today I've got the brand new XTR130. We heard you loud and clear. Why not just buy a John boat? So today we're gonna rig this thing out as cost efficiently as we can, just like a John boat. Today I'm gonna be installing a Newport 55-pound trolling motor kit that comes with battery and battery box, a Garmin EcoMap Plus, and a Yak Attack stakeout pole for anchoring. First things first, let's get our motor installed. This is the 55-pound trolling motor kit from Newport. Everything is included, only 4 molded in inserts. If you're interested in this kit, you can find it in the link below, bonafidefishing.com. I tried to tell y'all this was the easiest install ever. 4 screws and we're done.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now let's unbox the motor. This might be the hardest part of the install, is getting this box open. Cute little motor. That's how you change that. And then I believe you change the shaft length. Ah, very intuitive. This is kind of cool though, that you can, on the fly, just kind of. Now let's get our power hooked up. As mentioned before, this kit comes with a 12-volt, 50-amp-hour battery from Newport and the Newport battery box. Everything works, which is good. There's not a whole lot of connection here. Now let's install the propeller. Yes, I did disconnect it from the battery. I know somebody's gonna say something.
You are really dumb, for real.
What?
Let that boy eat.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, I'm not gonna include this accessory in this install, but if you wanna purchase the GoGo Gadget extendo arm that connects to the trolling motor to go forward and reverse, you surely can. Next, let's install the Garmin Fish Finder. We're gonna be taking this XTR into the backwoods, a very remote location, so we're definitely gonna need its map features. Shit. Since we have a stern motor, our seat is gonna be a little bit back on the track so we can utilize all this space. I'm gonna put the fish finder unit right here to the left of the paddler. This graph doesn't require a whole lot of power and we're trying to stay cost effective, so I'm using a simple waterproof Aqua battery. We have our propulsion, we have our fish finder. Now let's install our anchoring system. Watch how hard this is. What? Now let's get to the nitty gritty.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Ever seen Nacho Libre? Nitty gritty.
Nitty gritty.
Some frequently asked questions about the XTR130. If you have to put it on a trailer, why not just buy a boat? Well, that is false. You can also put this in the back of a truck bed and easily get down to the water without the use of a trailer. Well, how big a boy are you? Can the XTR130 accommodate a gas motor? Well, I will say this, from the factory, we cannot advise you to put a gas motor on this kayak, and that's all I have to say about that. Saltwater question mark, freshwater question mark. All I have to say about that is it wet?
God, please, no, no!
If it's wet, it will float. And the reason why it's so good in saltwater, it's got a very low draft, almost like a skiff. Big water, big kayak. It'll also work as well. Just like that, a kayak can make your pecker hard. Oh, that was a comment, not a question. Now that we've got my kayak all rigged up, I'm gonna meet up with the designer, Hans Newts, in an undisclosed location, and he's gonna love this. I'm putting his ass in a John boat. And that's what happens when you try to cross over into marketing. We gotta mess with you every now and then. See y'all over there. See y'all on the water. All right, I just pulled up to the boat ramp, got the XTR just thrown in the back of the F-150. Obviously, you don't need a trailer. Now I'm waiting for Hans. He just picked up the John boat, and we're gonna compare the two together. So, Hans, I'm digging that leaf camo you got going on there.
You like my marketplace John boat?
Guys, don't come after us in the comment section. We know this isn't a $3,000 John boat, but this is all we could find. Now I know this ain't the trailer that came with it. What happened to that piece of plywood with 2 wheels?
Damn! This is the landscape trailer edition right here, you know?
It's even carpeted. Wow, that's nice. It even comes with a seat. I was hoping that you'd be sitting on aluminum.
You know, I think that's comfort right there.
Well, are you gonna be able to get this thing out by yourself?
We'll see. We'll see. I guess we'll find out if you, as they say, you should have just bought a boat. I've actually never been in a John boat. It's just gonna be even easier to fish out of this thing. Oh, we got a time.
This might be Hans's first time fishing.
Does anybody know if this thing actually floats?
Wait for it. Here it comes.
Good thing I brought you a bilge pump.
I think I've already like knocked over everything I had in it. How stable is this? Oh gee, oh my God. It's not as stable as I thought.
Surprise, motherfucker.
This is my new Chariot, and it comes complete with maple leaf camo. Did you notice that?
I noticed it now. It took me a while to see the boat.
My idea was to say like, okay, I want to design what a John boat does, but I have limitless ability to mold anything I want. You know, when you have the ability to put inserts where you want them to be for sonar mounts and all that stuff, it's like you just have the magic wand. And then obviously like this thing is not very stable. Oh gee, oh my God. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of the inspiration.
So on the flip side of that, you can also build in performance to the bottom of the hull.
Right.
So not only you have all these options for accessories, but you have a badass hull.
What did he say?
You have a badass hull.
It works for motors, it works for trailering, and that drains. So if you take a wave over the bow here, you know, we get to try this out. Whereas that will drain with the self-bailing scuppers. So
let's hit it.
Let's go.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Brown with Big Adventures. I am here just tagging along with these guys, seeing how the John boat does compared to the XTR. I've got this XTR rigged out pretty sweet. Actually, it's my first time in the XTR and it's crushing it. It's really comfortable, really stable. Got dual graphs on it, and K300 on the back, and the swivel seat's just sick. So hopefully we'll catch them up today. First catch of the day, pickerel. Wasn't what I was going for, but you know, it's pretty.
We got some intel from the gentleman at the ramp, and he said anything red crankbaits. So I just found the only red thing in my tackle box, which is a red Ned rig. It's actually a crawfish that I'm tying on right now.
The John boat's very loud. That's one thing I realized. I can't run the motor where I'm gonna get close to fish because the boat vibration seems to, you know, put out a little bit too much noise for me. But I was thinking because it's just as wide and just as long that the stability would be there.
Oh gee, oh my God.
We'll get there, we'll get on some.
I came across this good looking cypress tree. I knew there was a fish at the bottom. Just skipped one right up underneath all this brush. First fish of the day, nice.
It's a little bit frustrating. The gear is like just laid out everywhere and I can't seem to find a way to get it organized, you know? How you been?
I'm feeling great, Hans. I caught a fish and I could not be happier. You seem to be managing yourself pretty well over here. You do have some water in the back.
I have noticed that.
Which is a little concerning because where's it coming from?
I'm not gonna think about that.
Hans is quickly figuring out marketing trips are different than fishing trips. He just wants to fish. So he's being like, he's painting right now that he's over here talking to me.
How's the XTR treating you?
You know, I like having the open deck. You know, having 2 fish finders up there is really cool, but being able to utilize all that space for standing and casting has been awesome.
It's kind of interesting, like you can kind of stand up. Like I can get up here and sight fish.
You feel pretty good? So that step is kind of the equivalent to this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But the fact that I just took, what, 3 steps in a kayak, it's kind of wild.
Definitely more stability in that than there is in this. And I'm actually a little nervous about getting back down to the lower level. There we go. I do have something you don't have though.
Wait for it. Here it comes.
I have indoor-outdoor carpeting.
It's like a little putting green down there. I love how when you walk on the XTR, it kind of creeps up underneath you so it moves with you as you go. And now it goes back into the regular position.
That's hydrodynamics, Justin.
Hey, the marketing's over, Hans. It's time to fish.
Is it now?
It's never over.
So let's go, marketing.
And that would be number 2. You know, finally, Justin is up one on all the shoots that he's been on.
Mark one up for the John boat. Here we go. Woohoo! Let's get some more.
All right, number 2 of the day. It's a small one, but it counts. On to the next. On past number 3. Let's go.
Well, I don't know about you, Hans, but things have gotten a little slow for me.
It's a little slow for me too.
You know, I kind of find myself casting with my legs out crossed. I even kind of recline the seat back just a little bit. It's turned into a casual day for me.
I think we're being outfished by Mr. Tyler over there.
All right, number 4 of the day. Getting bigger.
There you go. Look at that.
Well, I think I might just passed you there, Hans.
You might have. I tied a new bait on. About to wreck some moderate to small size bass. Do I get big fish of the day? If bowfin count.
Hans is over there catching bowfin, but that's not what we're here to catch. This is number 4 in the boat for me. On this XTR, I've got all my bait up underneath the standing deck up front, but all the stuff that I'm currently using is stashed away in this Yak Attack track pack. So every shade of Cinco bait is in this box. I've probably got, I don't know, 15 different bags in there. And I'm currently using the Green Pumpkin Magic, which is catching fish. I'm just kind of running away with the lead here. I mean, there's really no contest whatsoever. You want to compare fishes? Let's compare fishes. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Oh. So, what'd you catch yours on? I went back to Wacky Word.
I went back to a weighted Ultra Zoom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't fix it if it's not broke. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. If you're in a John boat, you're going to need to fix it.
The boat that Tyler was in today, I've been in for the past couple of months, and yes, all the electronics are cool, but it was nice to come out here today, break everything down, and utilize that really large deck that's on the XTR130. Now, why would you buy a XTR over a John boat? Well, I had all the storage. I was able to keep all that gear up front, underneath the hatch, out of the way. All my rods were on either side. I wasn't fumbling for anything, and it was just a really nice experience today on the water.
Yeah, it was fun watching you fumble around up there, and then also like hunched over in the back while Justin's up on the bow fishing, sight fishing. That was pretty sick.
That's pretty much what it was like today.
Yeah.
Honestly, some of the inspiration for the XTR was, you know, thinking about all of the features that come on larger bass boats and packaging them up in a smaller sort of kayak style package. It's a sit on top, so it self-drains. We can put everything exactly where it needs to be, including sonar mounts and motor mounts, bow and stern. We still have interior storage. We have battery storage, bow and stern. So that was really the inspiration, is making this tiny bass boat. And I think trying to compare it to a John boat today was really eye-opening for me as well. You get more stability too, and you get these different setups, and you can make it a tandem. So
versatile.
Yeah, it's a great platform for almost any way that you're going to go fishing.
So taking into consideration all that we just said, all the accessories that you can put on this kayak, all the storage, the motorization options, the places that you can take this kayak out in the middle of nowhere in skinny water, this is definitely an affordable option. And you don't have to deck this thing out with all the bells and whistles and spend, you know, $10,000, $15,000. We showed you a budget-friendly kit, motorization kit, fish finder that you can put on this thing to make this ultimate fishability. And if you want to learn more about the XTR130, go check out Hans's YouTube video. It's kind of gone viral, Hans.
It has.
If you want to learn more, all the specs, go to bonafidefishing.com and find your local dealer. Go Bonafide.